There was this one time I spoke to this social work student. She tried to explain to me how her degree can be useful, what it's about, and naturally she started using these difficult terms. Maybe to impress me, maybe to be more precise in her explanations, whatever. But the thing that really stuck out to me, other than the fact that she probably studies really hard, was that I could understand all those terms. And it shouldn't be that way. I mean, I'm not a social work student, I'm not familiar with their vocabulary, but I was. I could easily comprehend everything she was talking about as if I were a social work student. Those words that she had to drain into her brain by memorizing each and every description of a word, I just saw through. And a university student shouldn't be seen through so easily, I think. So how? How could I have understood a social work student without actually studying any social work? It's because all the difficult words in the world, and many simple ones as well, just have their origins in a foreign language. Humans just aren't original enough. I mean, just look at the word car. The Spanish have el carro. And those are just two languages I coincidentally brought up. Most likely there are other languages with similar words for the exact same object. Or if we go out of the English bounds and look at the Slovak, Czech and German, we can see that for car, Slovaks and Czechs use auto. Germans use das Auto. Maybe they got inspired from one another, don't you think? I mean to say that all the degrees in the world focusing on culture, in other words, humanities, are powerless in front of language comprehension. You can try to memorize all those descriptions of the words and put them into your vocabulary, like the female university student I talked about. But unless you actually understand what the word is in its native language, you can't comprehend its true inner works. And that's the most important when talking, when understanding sentences. You don't even need a mastery over any one language, though of course that helps, but as long as you have that general understanding of how the language works, of how the people of the language think, and how they put together sentences, it's completely enough to keep your mind always more profound, deeper, and your thoughts stronger in comparison to all the other humanities students who just skip language comprehension. Language learning is the way to win, I believe. I mean, people just kind of look at you differently. They can feel that there is something deeper within you, how you understand the depth of the simple sentences, how they see the word car, but you know that it's actually el carro in Spanish, and there are millions of other similar words that are most likely just taken from the word car. With a deeper, comprehending mind, you stop making jokes at everyday situations and repetitive fantasies that everyone else does. You just can't help yourself and start focusing on these wordplays, on sarcasm, on things that just others can't understand. And you can't help it. People start leaving you out of groups because they just don't understand you. And with time you start to dumb yourself down, to look more like the others, so that you don't actually end up alone. But they keep feeling that there is something deeper within you, that you understand. People will especially respect you if you stay quiet in situations where you could go and explain some truth and become the smart-ass guy. They don't know how to put a finger on it, but they just feel that you understand while they don't, and you are staying quiet on purpose. They know that you know. Not many people do that, and that's what makes you different. That's what makes you a language learner.